This video is to help you walk through how to use the chart.js library in order to create a chart. Now, to be honest, I find this one to be a little bit more difficult than the others to use. Their documentation, they're very beautiful charts, but their documentation is occasionally confusing, just as an FYI. But if you really want to use this library, it can produce some really beautiful charts. So one of the things that I've got available here is we've already downloaded this from the blank HTML files, the chart.html, and I renamed that to be chart.js for this example. Now, just as with the other libraries, so in this file we've already got a table. We can open this up with Chrome, and we can see the chart that we created already in the table video. I'm sorry, not the chart, the table that we already created in the table video. Now, we'll also see a lot of commented out. These symbols represent comments. And so we see a lot of libraries that are commented out. Now, this jQuery one, just leave that one alone. That one we'll need in there. But we don't need, for example, the high charts for this example. If you were using the high charts library, you would need it. We do need the chart.js. And so we're going to uncomment that one out. Leave the script tags in place, but uncomment out these comment marks. And then we're going to just delete all of these other references to the other libraries that we don't need. There we go. Now with this particular library, it doesn't actually like its script to be run in the header, and so normally I would put the additional modified JavaScript here, but this one sometimes causes problems that way, so we're going to take that one out as well. So we've just eliminated some of the pieces that we don't need from our project. Now, after your HTML tag on the bottom, sometimes SACCT will add things to it. You can also delete anything that's after the closing HTML tag. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to go to the chartjs.org website, and we were going to look at the documentation. There's some nice instructions here, but there's details in the line charts and the bar charts and radar charts and the various different other charts that you can look at. But I actually think the easiest way to start out is to go to the creating a chart and to look at what you need to do. So they explain that we need to have a canvas element that's defined, and we have to give it a name. In this case, we've given it the name myChart, the ID of that, a height and a width. And then we have to use any of these in order to get the context of that, similar to what was already set up for your programming project for you. And then here's a pretty good example for how to do a bar chart. So I'm just going to use this example to start us out. I'm going to copy this canvas element and all of this extra script information in this example. I'm going to copy it, go down below our table, add a blank paragraph here for a little bit of spacing, and then I'm just going to paste that in there. So we've now got our canvas and then our script right here. And if we save this file and then go and refresh it over here, we should have a fairly large chart with the different colors and some different votes, and it looks pretty nice. So now that we have the basics running, I'm going to go through and I'm going to adjust some of the values here. So you can see that the labels are the labels on this horizontal axis, and I'm going to change those to various different types of root beers. And then I'm just going to use the average rating and go and put in our averages for the various different numbers, and so that will go all in this data tab. I'm going to pause the video and do that. Alright, so I've added in the labels and also the data set information here with the values, but when we get to the background color and the border color, we'll probably have some issues because we have fewer here than we have root beers. Let's go and refresh this file, or save and refresh, and see what we've got. There we go. That's looking pretty good. Now, I already ordered these in descending order, but we've got our nice little root beers down here, and then these last four we don't really have colors for. So I'm going to go and look up some colors in our color picker, and it looks like we've got a decent red and blue and yellow and green, and I'll look up a few other colors to add for these 4 additional colors. I'll pause the video and look those up. Alright, so I've just gone and I've added a few additional colors here. They're maybe not quite as nice pastel pretty colors as before, but I've added some additional colors here. If we wanted to, I could maybe make these borders a little bit wider, and you'd see that those borders all of a sudden become a little wider. Maybe that's a little too wide. Maybe we'll go down to 2. And we can go and instead of saying number of votes for the label here, we'll put in tasting party rating. And now I've got a nice little chart in here. We could go and set some of the other options, look in the documentation, look at scales, for example. I'm just going to leave it right now. I think it looks quite nice, and we'll just leave that one with chart.js. Like I said, there's a lot of other options if we want to go and create different options and different types of charts in this library.